continue with the intermission. Back with first half stats after this.
We started at 12. When we left.
Women's college hoops on ESPN and ABC.
For the love of football, for the love of La Liga.
Top 10 matchup from Lawrence. Get ready to start the second half. We third-ranked Kansas, number 9. OU 1-point lead for the Jayhawks. Great to have you with us on this Saturday, along with former Iona and Providence head coach Jim Welsh, Jean-Marc Neely. Hunter Dickinson is so workmanlike. You take for granted his production, and he was right on target with 10 points, 5 rebounds in the first half for his season average.
Well, he just makes things happen in a lot of different ways in a lot of different space areas on the court. And, his go-to is right in the box. And they're doing a much better job in this game of creating space for him down on the low post. He's carving out those posts. He's a big target. He can go with either hand. And we'll see if Oklahoma adjusts a little bit. One-on-one. It's been one-on-one coverage pretty much all the first half. And let's see if they send the double at him. But he is a very highly efficient passer. And J.V.M. McCollum is just been unbelievable this afternoon. Guy came from Siena in the MAC conference to the big stage in Lawrence, Allen Fieldhouse. It acts like this is his own playground. He is making things happen not only from the perimeter and off the bounce and in transition, but he is going in at the trees with no fear, and he is playing like we're going to come in here and finally leave the Big 12 with a W, but we'll see how Kansas adjusts to defending him in the second half.
That last part you said, Tim, spot on. No fear from McCollum in OU in that first half.
No, absolutely not. And we talked about it a little bit before the game, and Porter Moser talked about it. He said, we're a new team. We've never been in this situation with this group in this building against the number 3 team in the country, one of the toughest places to play in all of America. But they have answered the challenge. They were a little wobbly out of the gate, but they adjusted. They adjusted to the crowd. They adjusted the pace of the game, and then they imposed their will in transition and with their guards finding gaps to get all the way to the rim.
See the turnovers. Kansas has had back-to-back 18 turnover games, just 1 in the first half. And OU after 12 turnovers in the first half at TCU the other night, 5 in half number 1 today. So the Sooners going to have the first possession to begin the second half. Both these teams identical records, 13-2 overall, 1-1 in conference. And OU playing here at Allen Fieldhouse for most likely the last time in quite a while. Godwin, blocked by Dickinson. Staying with the Sooners.
Hunter Dickinson, good job on the recovery there because Godwin had a half step on him, but real good timing at the rim.
Usain gets it in. Wade pull up, 17-footers off the front rim. Loose ball taken off the floor by Furphy. His 3rd rebound, making his 2nd start of the season and his 1st at Allen Fieldhouse. Adams, Dickinson. Hard to stop that little high-low game.
That's what you call old school basketball. That's the way Bill Self used to coach. A little high-low, right in the middle of the floor, a little 2-on-2 game, spaced on the perimeter.
Usain trying to get past Furphy. Milos Usain and 1. His growth here in his sophomore year has been outstanding.
Well, this is obviously the game plan. Oklahoma said they're hunting out mismatches, and you see Furphy just really having trouble defending. At 6'9", he gets up too tight on Usain. He's got to give him a little space because he is 6'9", so he should use his length because if he gets up on Usain, it's going to be lights out. He's too quick for him, so he's got to try to back off and use the length.
3rd foul on Furphy. Usain ties the game at 40. By the way, the Dickinson foul trouble at UCF was a big issue. Kansas has only had 1 player foul out of a game all year, and that was K.J. Adams in the Kentucky game.
Well, they solved the turnover issue as well, but defensively, they're having problems with Oklahoma's quickness on the perimeter.
And it is physical. They're letting him play through it. And Owe beating McCullough down the floor to lay it in. And the Sooners take back the lead.
Owe just, no one slowed the ball down. He found that little alley and was able to twist it home over McCullough.
Back cut, McCullough returns the favor on Owe.
Well, both these teams are in a good rhythm on the offensive end, and both teams are good defensively, but offense is prevailing this afternoon.
Uzan spinning around again, stops, pops, and Dickinson rebound. Long pass, Furphy the stuff. McCullough still hobbling with that left knee, but gets the long assist.
Furphy did this again in the first half, just got out in transition. He's so long and fast in transition, and to finish with that 6'9" frame.
McCollum splits two defenders, then gets stripped. 2 on none, McCullough to Dickinson. Timeout for you.
Well, Kevin McCullough hobbled a little bit with that bruised knee from the first half, is still making his presence felt by intelligence and experience, getting that transition going, and then giving it up to his partner in crime, the Hunter Dickinson man. The leading scorer, Kevin McCullough, averaging 4.5 assists a game. That shows not only their unselfish play, but their high skill ability and their ability to adjust in games and what the defenses are presenting to them. And Kansas is trying to impose their will in transition in this half.
Kansas out of the timeout from OU, showing some pressure in the backcourt. And now will drop off as Uzan brings it ahead. Screen set from Hughley. He rolls the shot from 14, bouncing around and out, but there is Hughley.
Dickinson had to rotate over to contest the shot where Uzan was in the paint, and no one rotated back down to block out Hughley.
Hughley's first field goal gives him 3 points. He also hit from the line earlier. Furphy's open for this three. His second three-point attempt of the game, both have been missed. Column leading OU with 12 points, and the crowd there shuffle the feet. That's their 7th turnover, second here in the second half.
Well, that was a good job by Kansas on McCollum's dribble penetration in the gap. The reason he traveled is KU closed the door quickly from the weak side to give help.
Dickinson trying to spin on Hughley, and Hughley saying, where else was I going to go there? Dickinson just turned right into him, but that's number 3 on Hughley.
Well, Porter Moser said, you got to put your hands straight up. I mean, you have your hands extended down around the basket. That's an easy call for the officials. If their hands are straight out, they're not going to call anything, especially in this conference.
Harris turns the corner, 14-footer is off the mark. Looking for more, but instead Uzan feeds the corner, and the 3 is up and off from McCollum. Hughley and Dickinson again. Hunter, couple of dribbles, goes to the right hand and scores.
Well, that's terrific offense by KU. Just a pure isolation, 4 out. Big man on the box, carved out space, uses both hands perfectly.
16 points from Hunter Dickinson. Hughley, ball fake, gets around Dickinson, drives, and it rolls. Moore touched it out on the rim, but it didn't go in. It rolls off, and here comes Kansas. McCullough threads a pass to Furphy, who puts it off the glass. Going after his own miss, but can't come up with it. Moore all alone.
That's what happens. You don't take advantage of a 2-on-1. And they come back the other way, and you don't retreat on defense. That time, Furphy, the last possession, should have dished it back to Harris.
Skip, McCullough 3. Bounces out, Uzan tip. Moore then gets tripped up by Adams. Maybe a foul on KJ, his first. Come to a timeout in this high-level game in the Big 12.
Hunter Dickinson, the lefty, switching to the right. Soft touch around the rim.
One and only Oklahoma, where world-class scholars and scientists are connecting to protect the one world, one planet that connects us all. Rhodes Scholars? Check. Largest research engine in the state? Check. The next generation realizing a new American dream? Okay. Actually, it's better than okay. It's OKLAHOMA. It's the one university where one OU family makes up the one and only Oklahoma.
There is more hoops in our Big 12 down later today. Coming up at 4 Eastern, 3 Central, number 18 BYU going for their first Big 12 win. They're in Orlando taking on UCF. We know what the Knights did in their last game, knocking off Kansas. And then more ranked action. Number 25 Texas visiting West Virginia at 6 Eastern, 5 Central. If you're a Big 12 fan, gotta have it. Big12now.com. ESPN Plus, 2-point lead for Kansas. There's the two SIDs. They're on the left, Travis Goff. They're on the right, Joe Castiglione. The two ADs, I should say, of both universities. We talked with Joe Castiglione before the game, and though this looks to be OU's final game here for quite a while since they're going to the SEC, he said, hey, we're open to at some point coming back to Lawrence. And I'm sure Travis Goff in maybe a few years. But this is going to be a little sad, OU not coming here for a while.
Well, there's no doubt about that. They're their best shot to break the streak today, because you wondered how they would react. The team that was picked towards the bottom of the league has certainly surprised everyone in the nation by being number 9 at this point, but they're the real deal.
Oklahoma has not won here since 1993. Trying to go out with a win at the Fieldhouse. Dickinson, by the way, had his 4th block on that previous sequence. Now we're going to get a hold on Kansas with just 5 on the shot clock. Harris earns his first personal. The season high for blocks in a game, by the way, for Dickinson is 4, pardon me, so he has equaled that. Career high for Dickinson is 5 blocks in a game. Uzan spinning around, looked right into Dickinson's grill and out for more. His 3 is missed, and a Dickinson rebound is clear to Harris.
That was good defense by Kansas on that possession. Oklahoma tried to get in the gaps, but they couldn't.
Dickinson set the screen. Harris was tight around it, lost the ball, and again knocked away. What they call an OU foul. Second on Javian McCollum. Trey Darthard's going to check in, placing Moore. McCollum comes out as well. 2-point lead in the ball for KU. Catch and shoot 3, McCullough.
That's a set play called from the bench, Mark Neely. Excellent off-the-ball screen by Hunter Dickinson to free up Kevin McCullough.
That's the second made 3 for KU today in 10 tries, the first for Kevin. Soares dribbles into the lane, shoots over Dickinson. Furphy had it for a moment, stripped. Godwin takes it back for the Sooners.
Now Furphy just not strong enough yet to secure that rebound.
Owe splits 2 defenders, blocked by Dickinson. That ties his career high with his 5th in this game. Kansas ball.
Hunter Dickinson can impact the game in so many ways. You saw the block shot there. You've seen the scoring around the rim, but on that previous possession, just did a great job of setting that little flare screen to free up McCullough.
Dickinson looking for McCullough, but Godwin there. Instead of bounce pass to Kevin, he directs traffic. Bumps into Owe, trying to clear some space. Missed a shot, but Rick Crawford calls the foul on Otega Owe, his first.
Here's that set. You see Dickinson motioning, and he's going to set the back screen on Owe to free up McCullough. They switch, they try to go through it, over the top, too late. Bill Self is going with his playbook this afternoon, and that was a set play as well. Just a total isolation from McCullough, and there's too much size, too much strength.
Self's team staying perfect from the line so far today. 8 of 8. Dozen points for McCullough. And there goes the streak at the line. It is a 6-point lead for the Jayhawks. Godwin screen. Suarez. Sooners just one of their last 7. Furphy generated that steal, punching it out from behind. Now a 3 at the other end.
Furphy, first and foremost, did a real good job on Suarez. He didn't get up too tight on him. When he tried to dribble drive, he used his length to poke it free and then got out transition and got his feet set.
7-0 run for the Jayhawks. This by Suarez. McCullough, a little short with that one.
A little bit of a force there by McCullough. He really didn't have an angle to the rim and tried to force it up off the bounce.
Kansas has equaled their largest lead of the game of 9. The Godwin screen. Uzan circling. Turns, shoots the baseline. Jumper good. A dozen for Milos Uzan.
That's what Porter Moser wanted. He saw Furphy on Uzan. That matchup has been a no-brainer for Oklahoma this afternoon. He did a good job of just keeping his dribble till he found an opening.
We're under the 12-minute mark. Furphy, another 3 opportunities off the right side, but Dickinson right back up with it. And
now he's so long, he's so strong, smart, and skilled that you got to pinch on him hard. You just can't block him out with one guy. He's too big and too smart.
Uzan trying to answer. Can't quite get it to fall.
Uzan has played very well this afternoon. Oh, then a tough pass on the other side. McCullough just tried to throw it to Adams, but he wasn't available.
Just the second Kansas turnover of the game.
Well, Kansas has cleaned that up from the last 2 games because they've been more efficient in transition, making the simple play, not forcing the issue, and more movement and excitement.
Kills more viruses on more surfaces than Lysol disinfectant spray. And when it comes to your laundry, adding Lysol laundry sanitizer kills 99.9% of illness-causing bacteria detergents leave behind. Lysol, what it takes to protect.
For the love of football, for the love of La Liga.
Women's college hoops on ESPN and ABC.
We talked earlier about the ability of Kansas to share the basketball, and they've done that, especially in the second half. They got out of transition, they played the 2-man game in the middle of the floor, and they made the extra pass. They are in sync offensively. They've limited their turnovers and really got out and shared.
Making the start today. KJ Adams, 15 points, 9 rebounds, so he's just 1 rebound away from his second career double-double. The other coming last Saturday here in the TCU game. And you see Dickinson at 18 points. He's also at 9 boards. Close to a double-double. They're both getting a little rest. Kansas up 9 and a little over 11 minutes to play.
Dickinson has certainly carried the load, and now Hughley with the swim stroke.
That earns him his 4th foul. Gives the ball to Kansas. Luke Northweather going to come back in for OU. He has had 2 minutes of playing time so far today. Porter Moser's gone 9 deep in his rotation. Bill Self's also gone 9 deep for Kansas. There's Jackson, who's played 6 minutes. And just missed the stuff. A few things that he hasn't executed on today. And from the right corner, a Arthur 3 bounces out, loose ball. Brown has it, and then Oweh ties it up. Possession arrow will give it to Kansas.
J. Adams just throwing his body around like an all-pro cornerback. And he just was a little off balance. He was floating and just couldn't extend right at the rim. He's kind of laughing at himself there.
That little smirk like, yeah, everything I've done today, I missed the money. And he is a glue guy for Kansas, isn't he? Just does everything for KU.
And he doesn't try to do too much. He knows what his limitations are. That's what you like about him as a player. He does the dirty work, and then when you need him to finish off plays, he does it.
Oweh saying, hey, I was straight up. And from this angle, it did kind of look like McCullough just lost the handle of the ball, but nonetheless, Oweh, his 2nd foul.
That's what McCullough does, though. He makes it look like a foul, too, because he's so strong. Those long arms and length can go into the defender and create the contact and make it look like he was fouled.
2 shots for McCullough. Don't forget, more Big 12 hoops here on the Big 12 Now later today. BYU going for their first Big 12 win. They're in Orlando taking on UCF. And then it's 25th ranked Texas and West Virginia at 5 Central, 6 Eastern here on Big 12 Now on ESPN+. You can sign up if you haven't already at ESPNplus.com/Big 12. Biggest lead of the game so far for Kansas. They are up double digits for the first time today.
Bill Self has done a great job today. He mixed and matched his lineups a little bit, changed, put Furphy in the lineup, but he still kept the rotations pretty solid. The minutes are about the same, but it's a different feel for them, and he's done a good job of making sure his star players are out there, but now he's giving Dickinson some much-needed rest with the lead.
McCollum dishes it off, and a Northweather 3 is good. Just his 2nd made 3 of the year. He attempted one earlier and missed it, but he's 1 and 2 now.
He's got a nice little stroke. He's obviously knows he can shoot the ball. He shot one in the first half, and Porter didn't seem to mind.
Marco Jackson stopped McCullough. Jab step, not trying to go baseline on Soares. And Soares swatted away, but got the body of McCullough.
Oh, such good chemistry by Kansas. As soon as McCullough got in the corner, everybody cleared out of the lane to allow him to go one-on-one on the baseline.
More for McCullough from the line. Now 6 of 7 from the stripe today. He had 16 points in the loss at UCF on Wednesday. He's been a double-figure scorer in every game this year for KU. His lowest point total has been a dozen. That was in the Kentucky game. He's got 16 now today. McCollum's been quiet for a little bit, trying to find the scoring count again. He goes stumbling over the cheerleaders there on the baseline. It's helped up. DeJuan Harris foul, number 2 on DeJuan.
Well, Kansas has done a much better job with McCollum and Oweh and Hughes on this half, keeping them out of the lane. And they're so hard because, especially McCollum, because he can pull up and he has that great hesitation and can go with either hand.
Deny there on the inbounds to McCollum. Harris does. It's Soares stopping mid-block. Uzan trying to get downhill. Forearm of Elmarko Jackson draws the attention of Jerry Pollard. First one on Elmarko. 15th foul of the half on KU.
Harris might want to take a half a step off Usain on the outside, because Usain's not a great three-point shooter, especially from that distance, but KU's trying to keep the pressure on the perimeter.
He's at 28% from beyond the arc so far this year. 0 for 1 today. Northweather again. His second three, and from an unlikely source. A couple of threes here in the last few minutes for OU from Luke Northweather.
And here comes Hunter Dickinson into the game. And sometimes you keep at it in practice, and your coach sees something and says, okay, we're going to roll the dice, put you in there, see what you can do, and he's done it.
Harris just floats it up, and it falls through. 5 for DeWan.
Northweather, that's where he does his damage. He's a pick and pop guy. They've got to understand and adjust. I'm sure he wasn't even on the scouting report, and if he was, it was an afterthought.
Sets a screen for McCollum, who drives on Parker Brown, and a foul on Parker number 2. Gets OU closer to the bonus after the 6th KU team foul. We'll put McCollum at the line.
Dickinson's coming back in. I would imagine Bill Self was going to let him rest until the under 8 timeout, but those 2 threes changed his mind.
A rare free throw miss. McCollum, a 92% free throw shooter on the year. Hunter Dickinson comes back in. Parker Brown. McCollum 3 of 4 now from the line today. Splits the pair there. It's an 8-point game. Sam Godwin check in for Jalen Moore for the Sooners.
Well, they're going with the 2 bigs, and you usually see who Northweather defends, and it looks like they need KJ Adams to see if Bill Self will try to attack that matchup.
Some help there from McCollum on Dickinson. Jackson pull up 16-footer.
That's what happens, though. You try to double Dickinson. It wasn't really a double. They just kind of dug in on him. And then he's such a good passer. He just read the defense and pitched it back outside.
First points for Jackson in 3 games since the Wichita State game. Usain 3 responding for the Sooners when they needed a bucket. 15 for Milos.
Well, again, a 28% three-point shooter on the year. He's feeling it this afternoon, though. I think he's much more capable than his numbers, and he's proving that today.
Harris underneath. McCollum got it to go and 1. On the Rivaldo Suarez foul.
Well, it's been a chess match this afternoon. Take advantage of mismatches, attack the rim, intensity, try to get a couple calls too, Mark Neely.
Live sports.
Give me a cocktail with Kettle and vodka.
For the love of football, for the love of La Liga. Nothing held back. All for the love of soccer.
12 Big 12 teams in the net 100. You see where KU and Oklahoma are. I got to get BYU some love there. They're the team that nobody really expected a lot out of coming into this year.
Mark Pope's an excellent coach. It's a tough home court there, but you look at those teams just filled with talent. And you look at Cincinnati, very undervalued right now. Texas Tech as well, but they're just going to get better. We saw what TCU can do in their win over Oklahoma. It reminds me of the old days, Mark, when my stomach would be upset every day and every moment of the year. You'd look at your schedule like, where is there a win? We're in the Big East. Is it Syracuse, Connecticut, Pittsburgh? Oh, no, wait, here comes Louisville and Notre Dame and Marquette. You know, this is what the Big 12 is. I mean, just every night. And we saw what UCF did early in the year. That's not an automatic for sure. So it's one at a time for sure. Else you will lose your mind as a coach.
You were great at coaching. I know you loved coaching. But since you have stopped, your gastrointestinal system has thanked you every day of the year. That you have
Absolutely, yeah. The coffee tastes a lot better.
McCullough finishes things off as we come out of the timeout. He has 19 points, right near his season average of 20, which leads the Big 12. And just by 10, Uzan gets in the lane, spins around. There's Oweh driving, trying to reverse it.
Kansas doing a great job of helping on the dribble penetration without over-helping.
And rebound for Dickinson, his 10th. Gives him a double-double, his Big 12 leading 10th of the season and 41st of his career.
Well, both these coaches are excellent at in-game adjustments, and Kansas in the second half has made a good one defensively. In the first half, Oklahoma really spaced them out and beat them off the bounce with their quickness on the perimeter. In the second half, they've done a much better job of kind of showing at the dribble, but not over-helping where they're leaving three-point shooters open.
Godwin's coming out. That last OU foul was on Luke Northweather, his first. By the way, Northweather with the 2 threes, that's 6 points. That's a career high for him for the redshirt freshman. Previous high was 4. As he stayed in the game, Jalen Moore's come to the scorer's table as well.
Again, another OU player with just confidence stepping into Allen Fieldhouse. Hasn't played in about a month. He bangs in 2 threes.
21 points for McCullough. 15 of those have come here in the second half. KU now equals their largest lead of a dozen. And has shown a little token pressure in the backcourt. We're coming up on the 7-minute mark. Again, Oklahoma has not won here at Allen Fieldhouse since 1993. And this today looks to be their final trip here for quite a while. If you're going to the SEC, Uzan gets stopped. More on the drive. Tough shot off the glass. Tip Hughley. It's in the arms of McCullough. He has Harris ahead of him. Harris has to slow down for the pass. And now he gets it back from McCullough.
We're going to go ISO to Dickinson on Hughley.
He spins on him. Clean block for Moore. Dickinson was wanting goaltend on that.
Wow. Good low post position. He does the spin, the little jump hook, and on the way down. Tough call to make, but they missed that one. I mean, this was definitely on the way down. I mean, the goaltending call is a hard one to call.
Bill Self and Jerry Pollard's here about the non-call. Adams. Harris. Ooh. Couldn't get that acrobatic shot to go. Now, Uzan is slow getting it behind the play, so just 4 in the front court right now for OU, and they turn it over to McCullough. Their 10th turnover of the day. McCullough trying to get it up to the rim, and Moore comes in to make the play.
Ooh, big defensive play by Moore. Just timing, athleticism.
McCullough left open. The 3 is missed.
Reporter Moser talked to us earlier today about the pace of the game, and right now, KU's running up and down the floor, and that is not an advantage for Oklahoma. They need to slow it down, run a little bit more offense in the half court, but now they're putting themselves in a hole down 12.
There's Adams, who got that last rebound that gives him a double-double, the second of his career. Dickinson fell down. He's trying to just flip it back, and then I think it hit a foot, which is why Chris Pacey, baseline official, stopped playing for a kick.
But by the way, these officials have been very, very good. They're allowed to miss one. Players have missed a lot of shots. Coaches have made some mistakes. We have.
No, great officiating crew. Jerry Pollard, Rick Crawford, a couple of veteran guys, Chris Pacey. Harris. Dickinson with that left hand. Banks it in that time. That's 20 for Dickinson.
He has such great awareness. Not only of where to roll, create some space, but just the soft touch, understanding where the defense is coming from the weak side. That quick release over the top.
Kansas has created the biggest separation of the day, up 14 with over 5 minutes to go. A high pass for Garfield thrown away. And they're into double-digit turnovers now. The Porter Moser's team, that's 11.
We talk about the Dickinson moves in the post and McCullough to the basket and Adams around the rim on the baseline, but really it's been Kansas defense this second half that has helped propel this lead.
Coming up on the 5-minute mark. Harris weaving through traffic, floater good. That is finished. DeJuan Harris right there.
Just great timing in the half court right now, playing with such confidence, and on the defensive end, just taking away the middle, forcing everything sideline.
Oweh trying to get by Dickinson. He's caught on the baseline, but maintaining the dribble, circles again and shoots it short.
They're going to run a special here. Bill wants them to settle it down, not get caught up into the hype, make sure they run their stuff, maybe an isolation for Dickinson, or coming off a back screen from Adams.
16-point lead for Kansas, propelled by a 9-0 run for KU, and Adams' jumper a bit long. You just get the feeling here, Tim. OU needs a bucket right here as we're coming up on this 4-minute mark. It's been almost 4 minutes since they've scored.
The ball's sticking on one side of the floor a little bit, but they're doing a really good job of helping out. Hughley can make that shot.
A little off the left side that time, but an offensive rebound. Oweh back up. Drew the contact from McCullough. Second on Kevin. The 2 shots coming for Oweh on the other side of the break. Hey, it is wintertime, no doubt about that. It's about single-digit temperature and some snow falling right now. KU up 16.
The Australian Open came stitches on the networks of ESPN.
PGA Tour Live. Every tournament starts on ESPN+.
I wish I could sleep that soundly where there's a lot of noise around, but
Mark Neal, you were talking to me earlier with our headsets off before the game, and I couldn't hear a word you were saying. That was about 40 minutes before the game. I think it's the loudest band in the country as well.
yes.
The Stoops came back early to see this, Kevin McCullough, and he talked about a jump. Very similar to some former great Jayhawks. But McCullough, the thing that he's improved the most is complete game. He's got a complete game now, and he's probably the best two-way player in all of college basketball, meaning he can score, and on a defensive end, he's one of the top 3 defenders in all of America.
You ordered some noise, Tim Welch.
It's this game could be played 40 below outside in a blizzard, and it's still almost 17,000 in the house.
You always know what the attendance is going to be at Allen Fieldhouse. 16,300 every game.
Every time I come here, I look for one empty seat somewhere, and I just can't find it.
Good luck. Oweh hits the second. First point in a little over 4 minutes for Oklahoma. There's Chris Tyson, great sports information director for KU, who keeps us all in line with our correct numbers, whether it be attendance or points per game. How about this for KU as McCullough gets a timeout? Kansas only 2 turnovers so far today. Their fewest in the game this season has been 7. And this for a team, Bill Self squad, who had back-to-back 18 turnover games against TCU a week ago and UCF on Wednesday.
Smart move though by McCullough in the last play. They played smart, a lot smarter than they had in the last 2 games. Just obviously the end of the TCU game, they had the fortunate of the flagrant, and then Dickinson made the big bucket. But McCullough, that was a smart play up 15 using that timeout. He needs to run the baseline. Bill just showed him that coming out of the timeout.
Hey, coming up on Tuesday here on Big 12 Now on ESPN Plus, 3 Minutes Hoops games. TCU takes on Cincinnati at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Then you got Baylor, K-State, and then at 9 Eastern, Iowa State taking on BYU out in Provo. If you don't have it, sign up today at ESPNplus.com/Big12Now. Kevin McCullough, I was here for the senior day last year when he was part of the ceremony. He comes back after flirting with the NBA With the work he has put in and improved his game, it looks like he has moved himself into being a first-round pick in the NBA.
Absolutely. I mean, he really doesn't have any weaknesses, and he'll continue to improve that shot, I'm sure. He's got a little bit of a hitch in it. He needs a little bit more room than he probably should go to the next level to get it off. But once he cures that, he is going to be lights out, hard to defend at the next level.
McCullough leading KU with 21, Dickinson 20. It's the fourth time this year those two have had 20 or more points in a game. And when those two have 20 plus, KU is tough to beat. McCullough off the mark with a three. Still some time here for ninth-ranked OU. And they need some hoops in a hurry. Moore trying to get one here. Instead, we'll go to the line on an KJ Adams foul, his second. According to some, ranked 15th right now. NBA prospect, ESPN.com scouting report. Everything he brings to the table for Kansas. Dad looking on. Color family. Kind of originally from San Antonio, went to Wagner High School down there. Can't hit the second, so it's a 14-point game. Well, you need some stops if they're going to get back in this and try to win on this floor for the first time since 1993.
This is where Kansas really excels. In the half court late in the game with a lead, they'll use clock, but they won't wait till the end. They'll call a special right with about 8 seconds to go and then attack.
Slip under 3 minutes. That shot clock's at 6. It's KJ trying to lost the handle on it. I think he was trying to get it to Harris down low, but nonetheless touched last by OU, but there's just 3.5 seconds left on the shot clock.
They'll want a foul on that play, but that's what they do, though. They'll eat the clock without going into a delay game where they get a bad shot at the end of the clock. Now they've got to run a quick one here. They probably will run a little two-man game. They'll pop Dickinson out or let him set a screen.
Adams catch and shoot. Dickinson goes over the back. Or did he? He got held. That goes on Luke Northweather. Northweather's second foul. But a career high 6 points for him today off the bench for OU. A couple of made threes.
He was doing his best to block out Dickinson, and what they called on him is that he kind of drove Dickinson off his spot, which you can't do.
First trip to the line today for Hunter Dickinson. He's a 71% foul shooter. Leads the Big 12 with his 10th double-double of the season, that coming today. Kind of lost in the UCF loss in Orlando for Kansas because they really didn't shoot well from the line in addition to the 18 turnovers. They've been great from the line today, 16 of 17.
Just really done a good job in all aspects of this game, adjusting to the quickness of Oklahoma and making sure that Dickinson stays involved in the offense without overdoing it. I mean, you can go to the well every time with that guy if you want, but he has done a good job with having offensive balance.
Second foul on Hunter. It's been a pretty quiet second half for J.B. McCollum, who really got out of the gate quickly today for OU, Tim, and kind of was driving the engine for them early.
And he's trying to attack like he did in the first half, but Kansas has done a better job of showing and recovering without. Today's game, basically, most defenses say, okay, you got to stop your man because we're not helping off three-point shooters. Too many guys can make threes, and Oklahoma's not different in that regard, but they've done a good job of clogging the middle, not letting him get clean looks at the rim.
McCollum hits both free throws. He has 15 points, 3 of those in the second half, so the majority came in half number 1. Now Sooners trying to get something going here with the defense. 2.5 minutes to go in Lawrence in a 14-point game.
This is where Juan Harris is so smart, just getting them organized, running their stuff side to side, and then the back door.
Too strong for Dewan, who hits the deck. It's out, but staying with KU, says Rick Crawford.
That was a good execution on the back door, but Harris caught the ball right under the rim and really didn't have any balance to stop and get a clean look.
Kohler takes it out along the sideline with 10 on the shot clock. Dickinson back to Dewan. 3-2. It's a 3 from Dickinson. Got to push quickly. Long pass for Northweather. Dickinson trying to trap him there along the sideline, but driving and scoring is Otega Owe. Timeout Sooners with 1:57 left. A dozen points now for Owe.
Northweather had the ball in the corner. I'm surprised. Oklahoma was really overplaying way out on the perimeter with nobody covering on the backside because Dickinson was out in the corner and Oklahoma took advantage by going back door.
OU started the season 10-0, their best start since their Final Four year of 2015 and 16 when they went 12-0, but they're trying to avoid back-to-back conference losses here. They will take on West Virginia on Wednesday. That's their next action. It's on Big 12 Now on ESPN+. That is the schedule for OU at Cincinnati. Then they get Texas Tech and round out the month of January, not far from here in Manhattan at K-State.
Well, you look at the top 25 and you say, wow, there's the schedule, but Cincinnati is very good. Texas Tech has already beaten Texas at Texas, and K-State off to a good start too. I don't think they have the depth and the size and the skill that they had a year ago, but they do one thing under Jerome Tang, and they have that winning culture that he's established there in Manhattan.
Barring a big comeback here in the last 2 minutes. The Sooners will play what is most likely their final game at Allen Fieldhouse for quite a while since they're going to the SEC. This is the 22nd in a row on this floor. Haven't won here since 1993. We've got under 2 minutes to try to change that.
Dickinson, good awareness, flash post under pressure.
Adams shot missed. On the run out, Soares has McCollum near side, far side. Uzan with a 3. Moore tipped it, but it's Marco Jackson with the KU rebound. Under minute and a half to go, and Dickinson slams it from Dewan. Looks like to be the exclamation point on this one for KU, and Hunter has 24.
Good awareness by Harris. Normally they pull it out, but when you have an advantage, you have to keep attacking, especially when you have one of the best bigs in the country standing alone right by the rim.
There's the drive and the bucket there for Javian McCollum. His first field goal of the second half, 17 points. With under a minute to go. Jayhawks will head to Stillwater. They play OSU on ESPN Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Central Time. Two top 10 teams, each coming off a loss on Wednesday, Tim, and the Jayhawks at home look like they're going to answer the bell as Dickinson fires another 3. And in and out from Hunter.
Well, they certainly did answer the bell because Oklahoma got punched first, but then they punched back hard. And at halftime, it looked like they're here to stay, but AU adjusted their defense a little bit, took away the lane, took away the easy attempts at the rim, got out on the perimeter, rebounded the ball, and did not turn it over in the half court, shared it, and were successful offensively.
KU double-doubles from Dickinson and Adams. McCullough and Dickinson, 20-plus points, and KU wins at 78-66.